On the news tonight, father of Governor Soludo laid to rest in his Sofia, Agwata local government area. Nando Ward 3 emerges winner in ABGA football competition. Nigeria to boost foreign policy engagement. Turkish police arrest over 300 persons over affiliation with terrorist organizations. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and glad to have you join us on the news tonight. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoki. Simeon Soludo, late father to Anambra Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has been laid to rest. The funeral ceremony was done in compliance with the 2019 Anambra State Burial Law. Details of the event will be made available in our subsequent bulletins. Nando Ward 3 has emerged winners by 1-0 against Nsugbe Ward 2 in a football match among the All Progressives Grand Alliance wards in Anambra East. The competition is in support of Governor Chukwuma Soludo's Youth Empowerment Initiative. The final match of the competition, which featured political party members from the 15 wards of the council area, took place at Otuocha Township Stadium and drew a huge crowd of spectators and enthusiasts from various parts of the council area, and was kicked off by the national chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, Barrister Sly Ezokenwa. Government House correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us.
And criminality and key into numerous youth development schemes of the present administration to be useful to themselves and the society at large.
All sectors, and then the governor says we have just started. So it's work in progress.
In an interview with the ABS, the ABGA National Chairman, Barrister Ezo Kenwa, said that the competition ties into the agenda of Governor Soludo and the party and should be emulated by other government officials in the state.
Very commendable initiative, part of what we are preaching in the party. Because as much as possible, we'll have to, use any veritable platform to, improve as much as possible the cohesion, within the party. Because what we've seen here is just raw talent at its best.
Manifestation our party slogan.
Also in support of the Governor's Empowerment Program for Women, a dance competition called Itunyaka, sponsored by the Commissioner, also featured, and the exhibitions were fiercely contested, but each game ended in a friendly atmosphere, with the winners and losers exchanging pleasantries. The event featured presentation of 1 million naira to Nando Ward 3, who won the football competition, 400,000 naira to Nsugbe Ward 2, who came second, while Umo Banam, who came third, went home with 200,000 naira. The winner of the Itunyaka dance competition from Umuelu went home with a brand new motorcycle and different consolation prizes ranging from cash to assorted gifts were given to all participants. From Otuocha Stadium in Aguleri, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo reporting for ABS News.
The beauty of Igbo culture and tradition was brought to the fore at the end of the year Christmas party for children organized by popular broadcaster Lady China Sokunwolisa, popularly known as Mama Mwaka or Lady C Adawawa, according to the organizer, who anchors Ogumaka and other programs on ABS 88.5 FM. The party was to thank God for a successful year and to celebrate with the children this Yuletide. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzo Okoye tells us more.
Speaking during his opening remarks, Igwe Obele, who spoke through a member of his cabinet, Chief John Mora, commended Lady C for her efforts to promote Igbo language and culture and asks everyone to join in this effort so as to defeat the threat of the predicted extinction of Igbo language. Igwe Obele noted that the traditional institutions are doing all they can to see that Ndi Igbo uphold and protect their heritage. The managing director of Kpakpando FM, Mbuhu, Lady Moniko Kechukwu, during her speech as one of the judges of the event, said indeed God is using Lady C as a tool to bring children together to champion the cause of moral upbringing in Igbo land.
We should be showcasing and promoting what we have in Igbo land, you know, and by doing that, we sell these things we have. They come here to look for what we have. So we should be promoting ourselves. And this also encourages, you know, preservation of our culture. We don't want our culture to die. Our language, please, we should be speaking our language as Igbo.
The celebrant, Lady Chinasoku, in an interview, said the event was 10th in the series and had been done as a covenant between her and God, having been with her in the days of her difficulty. She emphasized the importance for parents to pay more attention to the upbringing of the children and what.
Ife abụ ọgbụgba ndụ n'etiti mụ na Chukwu na-eme ya every year. Ọ bụrụ na m na-eme ya na nwere ego, mụọ nọ ka m wee please anybody. Kama m na-eme ya maka na a covenant. Nkwa Chineke, ife Chineke mere m sị na bụ Chukwu mere m ya na nga na-eme nkwa nke Chineke.
Also speaking, a parent at the party, Mrs. Uzama Kokoye, commended Lady C for the initiative which has to extend succor and support to those in need. Lady C later crowned Mrs. Jennifer Nguzo as Queen Akulueno and presented bags of rice, money with other incentives to her and other disabled people that graced the occasion. Dance by the children with Santa Claus and series of presentations and performances added glamour to the party. From ABS headquarters Oka, I am Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
Oakville Millennium City has been unveiled in Oka, the Anambra State capital. Unveiling the construction site, Governor Chukwuma Soludo noted that Anambra State is currently the best state for investment due to security arrangements in place as well as enabling environment for businesses, and called on the Anambra to return home and tap from the many opportunities available in the state. Correspondent Joseph Ebocha has the details.
Represented by his Chief of Staff, Mr. Ernest Ezajui, Governor Soludo commended the owners of the Oakville Millennium City, Think Home Development and Realtors Limited, led by its Group Chief Executive Officer, Engineer Machiavelli Okafor, for deciding to return home and invest, and further encourage Anambra at home and in the diaspora to invest in the opportunities that Oakville infrastructure has provided in the state and support in their efforts to turn Anambra capital to a smart city. Addressing the dignitaries at the event, the Group Chief Executive Officer of Think Home Development and Realtors Limited, Engineer Okafor, said that Oakville Millennium City project is a public-private partnership between the Anambra State government and Home Development and Realtors Limited, a multi-sectoral investor in power, housing development and other infrastructure projects across Nigeria and beyond, while commending Governor Soludo on the ongoing construction of new government house, roads, Solution Fund City Oka 2.0, and the numerous other projects across the state. Engineer Okafor said that Anambra at home and in the diaspora can now conveniently key into the Akuluno mantra of the Soludo administration.
It matched the international and the Western world practice. We want to match that international and Western world practice. This is the estate that have an experience house. This one is not advert. You see them, it's 80% completed. It has the cinema, the gym, the meeting room, the rooftop bar, and everything. And as you can see, today is the groundbreaking. And I promise you, before 1 year, you will see unprecedented infrastructure. We have the rings already molded for underground drainage system, and other things.
Contributing, the legal representative of Oakville Millennium City, Barrister George Apambo, said that the project is designed to encourage Indianambra and others to think Anambra as investment destination, adding that the company has different and better packages for the state.
They are follow if I name an Anambra. Imanapota and they na social media. They debate each and Anambra drama and catch name and catch name. I'm a gonna order to see, suppose a day. Mana, I ain't in the caneba. I net name a fair, I suppose the name. So be cool on your bona behind this Anambra.
In Oka, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
The Archbishop Ecclesiastical Province of the Niger, Most Reverend Ibezim, has asked Nigerians not to lose hope of God's intervention on the precarious situation and economic hardship the citizens are going through. Most Reverend Ibezim said that this at the Cathedral Church of St. Faith, Oka, during the Advent ordination of priests into Oka Diocese. Religion correspondent Amaka Chibuzo Okoye tells us more.
The service, which was themed bearing the marks of our Lord Jesus Christ, saw the priest pass through all the processes involved for one to become priest, as they declared and took oaths of canonical obedience, submission, allegiance to God, submission to synod, an oath against homosexuality and bisexuality, which was administered by the diocesan legal team led by the Chancellor, Justice Oje Okeke. Most Reverend Ibezim, who is also the Bishop, Diocese of Oka, while examining the new priest, told them that it will be their task to proclaim by word and deed the gospel of Jesus Christ, and to fashion their life in accordance with its precepts, as well love and serve the people among whom they work.
You are to preach. You are to declare God's forgiveness to penitent sinners. You are to pronounce God's blessings upon people. To preside at the administration of holy baptism and at the celebration of the mysteries of Christ's body and blood.
Dwelling on the theme of the ordination during his sermon, the retreatant and preacher, Right Reverend Chijoke Oti, who is the Bishop, Diocese on the Lake, asked the new priest and wife whose marks they are bearing. As for one, to have Christ's marks, it requires persistence, humility, commitment, and dedication to things of Christ, reminding them that the Christianity is not a playing ground, rather battlegrounds. Right Reverend Oti maintained that what makes Christianity is the cross, which is the symbol of commitment, pointing out that they should have the spiritual marks, which is the Holy Spirit, which will energize them to navigate the call and service which they are called to do, advising all to let nothing troubles them, for they are servants and slaves of Christ.
Christ is my master, and I owe him loyalty. I belong to him. So this family is what every clergyman, and by extension, every Christian should strive to be: a servant, a slave of Christ.
The new priests are Reverend Echezona Okanime Agwebo Edozuno and Madabuchi Alabu. Others include Chukwudire Eziruka, Uchenna Ezonyi, Arinze Chukwu Ikebo, Chinonso Mobo, and Augustine Owolu. Among those that attended the Advent ordination were the President, Women's Ministry, Province of the Niger, and Diocese of Oka, Mrs. Mata Ibezim, the traditional ruler of Umueri, Igwe Ben Emeka, knights and ladies of the church, while special thanksgiving, prayer session, and renditions by the choir climaxed the ordination service. From Cathedral Church of St. Faith, Oka, Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
Still to come on the news, Nigeria to boost foreign policy engagement. Turkish police arrest over 300 persons over affiliation with terrorist organizations. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. Do stay on. We'll be back after this break.
My son has always dreamt of being in the spotlight. That's why I give him Bornvita for everyday vitality that gives him the strength to pursue his dreams. Bornvita, strength to dream.
Rest of the news. The federal government of Nigeria's foreign policy thrust is targeted on the use of proactive diplomacy in reversing the trend of coup d'etat in West Africa and the African continent. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Tuga, said that this while delivering a lecture on the foreign policy agenda under the Tinubu administration at the Annual Association of Retired Career Ambassadors of Nigeria, ACAN, Foreign Policy Lecture in Abuja, Nigeria. ABS Abuja Bureau Chief, Princess Ekwe Ajide, has the details.
The Foreign Affairs Minister stated that countering threat to peace from terrorism and the rentism in the Sahel region requires a solid foundation of constitutional governance, robust democratic institutions, and collaboration among democratic nations in the region. This, the minister says, Nigeria's 4Ds foreign policy agenda, democracy, diaspora, demography, and development, can assist and also get the country a permanent seat at the United Nations Security Council and other global organizations and institutions. He described as illusory the notion that military regimes might be better equipped to combat terrorists and separatists, saying that soldiers and their bid for control of the capital metropolis are most likely to turn their guns on each other rather than focusing on combating terrorists, which leaves peripheral and border areas more vulnerable to non-state actors, leading to increased insecurity and instability in the neighboring countries and the entire region.
You may still not be familiar with the 4Ds. They are democracy, development, demography, and diaspora. And I will expound on them next. But I urge and helped us to tweak the 4Ds for implementation. Development seeks to use diplomacy to achieve double-digit growth for Nigeria by combining agriculture, infrastructure, and industrialization. Attracting foreign investment in agriculture would help to close the gap between metro and rural areas and the bifurcation that contributes to Nigeria's foreshowing on the poverty index.
On his part, the ACAN President, Ambassador John Shinkaye, while underscoring the significance of foreign policy in national governance, urged the Tinubu-led administration to set appropriate priorities and strategies, identifying potential challenges that may arise. He highlighted the importance of understanding how domestic factors, regional dynamics, and global realities would impact the country's stance on key issues such as security, economic cooperation, and international relations, and work towards resolving them.
It is recognized that Nigeria's foreign policy will be shaped by, among other things, a combination of domestic factors and imperatives, regional dynamics, and global realities. Understanding how these factors can affect the country's position on many key issues, including security, economic cooperation, relations.
Ankara were among the 30 localities where the police operation was carried out. Some 86 people were arrested in the city of Istanbul alone. Yerikaya said Turkey suffered numerous terror attacks between 2015 and 2017, some of which were attributed to ISIS. In January 2017, an attack on a nightclub in Istanbul claimed by ISIS left 39 dead, while 109 people were killed in October 2015 in another attack attributed to the jihadist group in front of Ankara Central Station. The maiden edition of a Big Wankwo football tournament has kicked off in Okija. The founder and chief executive officer of a Big Wankwo Foundation flagged off the maiden edition of his football tournament in Okija, Ihiala Council area of Anambra State with Umohi and Ubahu as the first teams to play. Correspondent Joseph Onyemechi filed the report. Onyemobi, rather, filed the report.
The event, which took place at St. Mary's Field, Okija, has about 13 participating teams filed up and marched from St. Peter's Stadium to where the tournament was kicked off officially by the founder. In a speech, the coordinator of the foundation, Dr. Frank Ibojindo, who is also the chairman of Waza Group and CEO Best Brain Contest, emphasized that the inaugural edition of the tournament is aimed at engaging the youths of Okija indigenes, especially during the festive period, which according to the founder will be an annual event.
He decided to make sure that every youth in Okija come together in this festive season. We want to engage the youth so that we stop them from social vices and all that.
Contributing, the organizer of the event, Mr. Ichie Ezentu, thanked Ichie Chimezie Nwankwo for the remarkable initiative, expressing optimism that the tournament will be a successful one. According to Ichie Ikemba, the foundation has been an instrument in providing scholarship and employment opportunity to numerous youths over the years. Representative from the Bigly groups, Mr. Chooks and a younger sister to a big Nwankwo, Mrs. Odigoma and other stars of the foundation were also on ground during the first edition of the football tournament. The tournament, which was sponsored by Ichie Chimezie Nwankwo, will at the end offer participants the opportunity to showcase their God-given talents and expose them to foreign coaches scouting for talents who will pick them up and give them opportunity to showcase their skills internationally. Prizes totaling 10 million naira awaits the winner, with a lot of other gifts items to be won at the end of the tournament.
Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page, follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service, subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka, on X at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website www.absradiotv.com. And now a recap of the main points. Father of Governor Soludo has been laid to rest in Isofia, Agwata local government area. Nando Ward 3 has emerged winner in ABGA football competition. Nigeria is to boost foreign policy engagement. And from the foreign scene, Turkish police has arrested over 300 persons over affiliation with terrorist organizations. To end the news, the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that does it on the news for tonight. Thank you so very much for watching. My name is Maureen Stone, NJK Kachifo, and compliments of the season to you.